Hello and welcome back to the channel. So this story right here was shared with me, and I think it's very, very important that we talk about these things because this stuff happens in the Black community a lot. And I don't feel that these types of things are discussed enough because there's too much protection of family and friends going on the parts of the evildoers. Okay. Of course, those whose family members are being victimized by these things, many of them, they speak out about these things, but I don't feel that the Black community in general says enough or does enough about this. There's too much excusing of bad behavior or looking the other way. Even though you may not agree with it, I feel that our people are just too silent on these things, right? So anyway, what we're talking about is these two Black chicks on the screen here. They actually live streamed themselves, okay, as they were mocking and abusing a dementia patient, okay? It doesn't matter what the race of the patient is. I don't care what it is, but I'm looking at two Black chicks, young. One is 18, one is 20, and they should know better, okay? The problem is everybody's looking for a job. They just want to be hired, whether I feel like this. If you're going to be dealing with the care of anyone, whether it's seniors, whether it's children, or anyone who has some type of disability, in-home care, if you're going to be dealing with the care of others, then there should be a qualification to have a certain type of spirit that goes along with that. Okay. You need to be patient, and I believe that you should possess a level of kindness and gentleness about you. Okay. Concern for others, caring. Okay. If you're just a person looking for a job, then that's all this is to you, and you don't care of the quality of work that you're going to do. Anyway, let me get into the story and share the details with you of this awful thing. This is another stain on the so-called Black community. I know that this happens in other areas too, but again, as I often say, that we are commanded to cry aloud and spare not and lift up our voices like trumpets in Zion, meaning in the Black community, and show our people their transgressions. For those of you who don't know, I'm trying to get you to know who you are. I'm trying to help you to get there. Okay. So anyway, here we go. The article says, Brevard investigators, two women live streamed a dementia patient and mocked her as she cried for help. Two healthcare workers have been arrested and charged with abusing of an elderly dementia patient at a Melbourne care home and live streaming the incident on Snapchat. Okay, so one is named Jada Harris, and she's 18, and the other is Shy Tinionia Jazzy Misha Bishop. She's 20 years old. Both were charged with video voyeurism, abuse of an elderly person, and interception disclosure of wire or oral communications after Brevard County Sheriff's investigators received an anonymous tip about the incidents recorded April 3rd. Harris and Bishop were arrested Friday and booked into Brevard County Jail complex in Sharps, and each held on a $4,000 bail. Brevard County Sheriff Wayne Ivey took to social media to describe the two women as vile. The local facility had no idea this was taking place. Ivey said in a Facebook post on Saturday, abusing anyone is disgusting enough, but to make matters even worse, they live streamed the abuse. They actually put it up so that their friends could watch and laugh about it. So first of all, I'd like to say that these are two ignorant chicks. Okay. You that silly in your head, you that ignorant in your mind to where you're going to live stream this. It's bad enough that you had that much coldness inside of you to where you would want to do this to someone. And you're that ignorant to think that this should be live streamed. Ignorant. Did you think you were going to get away with this? This is what we talk about in the Black community. Toe up from the flow up. This makes absolutely no sense. Instead of trying to get their lives together, you had a job. Just do your job. Why do you have to do all this extra stuff? Why are you live streaming this? And anyone who watched and laughed with them, you are ignorant too. And let me tell y'all something. Everybody wants you to tiptoe around the feelings of so-called black people in the black community. Well, the Bible told us to cry aloud and spare not. These people are ignorant. If you think we're supposed to coddle crime and coddle people because they're your loved ones, because they're your brother, your sister, your mother, your father, your aunt, your uncle, grandparents, I'm sorry. We are past that. The Most High is judging. He's judging his people, and we still just don't get it. This right here is ignorant. These two young women, hopefully they will spend a good amount of time in prison for this, because you can't just hurt people. I'm going to tell you right now, I want to tear the earth up if somebody did something like to my mother, okay? Or any senior person in my family. What you have to do is you have to look at it from the perspective of the victim. See, too many of us look at it from the perspective of the criminal by saying, well, it's because they didn't know no better, or because they were raised in the wrong environment, or because we under the curses. So that's probably what. Too many of our people look at stuff from the wrong perspective. What if that was your mother? What if that was your grandmother? Or one of your senior aunts? What if it was your next door neighbor or somebody you loved and they were doing that? Then you would understand how vile this is. I'm so glad that the person who turned them in had enough bravery to do so, because you got to be brave to deal with people these days, because many of them come for you. They call you a snitch, and they even have a saying that snitches get stitches. It's like, who do you think you are? So because I want to tell about your criminal activity, then somebody needs to lay their hands on me? That's the wickedness that continues to happen. And this is why the judgment hammer of the Most High Yah continues to rain down in the black community. Anyway, I'm done with this. I hope they do their time. I hope they at some point understand that what they did was ignorant and wrong. And I hope at some point they will repent for the dirty deeds done in their body. All right, chop it up in the comment section. As always, keep it tight and keep it right. But until next time, I'm out. We hope you liked today's topic. Please leave your comments below. If you haven't already, subscribe to the channel, share it like this video, and with that, we're out. Be sure to ring the bell to be notified of new uploads on this channel, and also comment, share, like, and subscribe.